Oh
Are
my
we
god.
live? Hello.
Oh well.
Are we live? Do, do,
Always a good
do.
question.
Are we
Uh,
live? Can we hear everyone? What's going on? Do, do,
Excuse
do.
me.
It looks like we are live.
are we live, Twitch?
Yeah.
I found us. We're live.
All right. I'm going to move Nick up a little bit because we could not see most of his head.
It's a beautiful head.
Yeah.
The beauty, the wonder, the glory.
And now we can
It's
see
a
most
magic
of it
beard.
because you shaved it.
I did not shave it. I trimmed it.
Clean.
Well,
And
Did
strictly speaking, I didn't trim it. My barber trimmed it.
fair.
You went to the professionals.
Leave it
So
to
many
the
hairs
professionals.
cut.
Anywho, welcome once again to the first session of Superhero High. Welcome. It is a Masks: A New Generation actual play series. Actually, we don't seem to have anybody watching at the moment. That's unfortunate.
I see a couple of viewers.
Oh,
People are popping in.
my viewer count says 0.
We're-
My
we're
phone
just
is
starting.
lying to me.
Your phone is very much lying to you.
Yeah.
Uh,
How
It's
dare
always
the
lying to
internet
you.
spread misinformation to people?
it's
Like,
it's
It's
said
the
on the
unheard of.
internet.
first
That
time
must be
it's
true.
ever happened.
That is unheard
You should totally.
of. No one has ever spread misinformation on the internet before. Today. Not today. Today's the first
Shane,
day.
I think you're proving yourself wrong with that statement.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. So, once again, welcome to session 1 of the Masks: A New Generation actual play series, Superhero High, where this wonderful team of students will be attending the newly reopened Phoenix Academy, and learn to use their powers and work together to become the next generation of great heroes. First, let's introduce our players. First, Abby, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi everybody, I'm Giggle Girl Productions. Real name is Abby. Very nice to meet you guys. And I am playing Priscilla Sibley, the Nova.
Nice. And what is your hero name?
Mage. I love her very much.
All right. Nick, what is your all about?
Hey, I'm Nick. Just Nick. I'm playing JC, aka Spotlight, and he is a lovely boy.
He's very pretty.
And you are playing the star archetype, aren't you?
Yes, I am a star.
And what is your hero name?
Spotlight.
Right, you said that.
Don't worry, I love having it on me.
All right, so Zoop.
Hello, I'm Zoop,
Introductions.
and I'm playing Purvi Patel, also known as Miss Mango, to the chagrin of everyone involved.
Hey, I have never given a single shig. He just grins.
And I'm playing the Scion.
You're playing Scion. Wonderful. And Will.
Hi, my name is Will. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, kinda at Radio Free Will. I am playing the Outsider, aka Rudy the Intruder, aka Soundwave.
Awesome. And unfortunately today we are down a Lissa, who is yeah.
It's tragic.
It's tragic.
A true Greek tragedy that she is at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Of all the responsibilities to take on, traveling across the country to play games with the people and learn about new titles coming out and fawn over dice. She truly is a brave soul to conquer such a daunting labor. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
The thing that Hercules does.
Plus, it's a tragedy that she couldn't get there in time to join us for this game, because then we could technically say we are coming to you live from Gen Con. And lastly, I am Shane. I am Shortbeard the Bard, and I am going to be the GM, the editor-in-chief, what have you, for this fantastic game with all of these amazing players and would-be heroes.
So I just realized we have Soundwave and Spotlight, so we've already got sound and light.
Yep.
And so I really feel like our names need to morph at some point to like do the rest of the senses.
Well, and we also have Mage, so we have Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we just go activities. We can figure something out.
I'm thinking something with a name with like the word pressure in it. Think of something.
Pressure pushing down on me. Gonna stop there right now so we don't get copyright.
People on streets.
But moving on. Last session we got to know our characters. We got to introduce them to the school itself. A newly reopened Hero Academy, now run by the person who destroyed it in the first place. The former villain known as Hellbinder. And there's a lot of eccentric teachers, and you all living together are now in one dorm. Over the past few weeks since orientation, a lot of you have moved into these dorms and are now going to be living there, preparing for the first day of school. And there is a few questions that I do need to ask all of you. And we're going to take one question at a time. And I will I'm posting it in our chat because I'm giving you a list of questions, and I'm going to pick one of you at random to answer one of these questions. And then they'll pass it on to another player who will answer a different question until everyone has answered one question. And these are all about your character's relationships to the faculty of this school.
Okay.
Bullsies.
Yeah. Because I can now do this on my phone. I'm about to.
Oh my gosh, you're upgrading. You're doing so good.
All right.
Science.
So, I'm gonna roll which as a GM in a Powered by the Apocalypse game is a very rare thing to do.
I was gonna say that's the reason we run Powered by the Apocalypse, so we don't have to roll things. You're like, no, this happened because I said so.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to choose players at random. So that's a reroll.
Nice. Ooh, try again.
All right, Nick.
Oh boy.
You see the list of questions regarding the faculty. Which question are you going to choose to answer?
Some of these are interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
They are very interesting questions.
I want to go with the first one. Which teacher will just not cut you a break?
Sure. Which teacher will just not cut our beloved Spotlight a break?
I think it would definitely be the math teacher.
Okay, Mr. Crusher will not give you a break. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Wait, is Mr. Crusher, is Mr. Crusher's first name Wesley? Or is it actually like Crusher as like a superhero codename title thing?
No, his name is William.
Okay.
His name is Will
Crusher.
Crusher. He seems to be in his 60s. And none of you recognize him as a hero. As far as you know, he is just a guy. He is just your math teacher. Yeah, he's a 60-year-old man, just happens to be a really good math teacher.
We have the Crimson Avenger and the Night Eagle and Mr. Crusher.
Which sounds like a superhero name, but it isn't.
Does sound like it. And you're like this man hobbling in, and you're like, okay.
Is he the Guillermo to the rest of our faculties? What we do in the Shadows vampires?
It's entirely possible.
Okay.
Although Guillermo is a trained badass.
Yeah, he is.
All right, Nick. Who are you going to pass it off to?
I'm gonna take your advice on that one, and I'm gonna roll 6. So, Rudy, go.
Rudy, okay. Which teacher? I'm gonna go with what teacher do you think should retire?
Sure. There are a couple of old characters.
Okay, so Rudy being the ska kid band geek, kind of a iconoclastic little shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna say the music teacher.
Okay. I haven't picked a music teacher. Can you describe the music teacher for us?
Yeah. The music teacher is the music teacher's superhero or villain, the superhero's vigilante name, for lack of a better term, was Maestro.
Okay.
And he had he has a wand, like his conductor's baton. It's a high-tech conductor's wand. He can use it to sort of create sound and do sound waves and
okay.
But I think he should retire because all he seems to care about are these musicians of antiquity, when none of them are making music right now. Why should we care about Bach or Beethoven or Brahms or other names who start with the letter B?
All right. Also, I'm kind of imagining when you say that their name is Maestro and they use a conductor's wand, is this Maestro is this weird amalgam universe version of the Weather Wizard and the Pied Piper from the Flash comics?
A little, like, the image that I'm getting in my head is like a little bit like that, but the image that I'm getting in my head is sort of this, like, he has cool until he doesn't. He's usually very, like, calm and collected, like, yes, hello, I'm the maestro. But then, like, once he gets into the music, he starts, like, gesticulating wildly, like conductors do. And his hair goes from, like, slicked back and, like, pomaded down and just very tight and controlled. And then, like, as soon as the music plays, it's just...
Okay. I get it. And he also, I'm guessing, never goes by his actual name, always goes by Maestro? Like, insists on being called Maestro?
Well, he insists on being called Maestro instead of the title, like, Mr. Doctor, whatever, like that. That's his honorific.
Okay.
So he would refer to himself as Maestro. Should be German, like German, Austrian. I'll come back to you on that. Let me figure out some words.
All right.
Okay. Giuseppe.
Oh, Giuseppe. All right, we're making him Italian now. Okay.
I mean, Maestro.
Maestro Giuseppe.
Macaroni.
No, Stella Luna.
Giuseppe Stella Luna.
Yeah.
All right.
Maestro Stella Luna.
Maestro Stella Luna.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can see that. Wonderful.
Caution put together until it gets too deep in the music, and it's like, okay.
All right, so Maestro Stella Luna should probably retire, and Mr. Crusher, the math teacher, just won't give Spotlight a break. Next one up, Will, who should ask the next question?
I am gonna pass it to Abby, to Scylla.
Cool. Which question?
So many good ones to choose from.
They're so fun. Can I just slightly tweak one of the questions?
Sure. Yeah, I think you can slightly tweak one of the questions.
I just want to change it from are to should. Which teacher do you think are hooking up? I would like to answer which ones.
Teachers do you ship?
That was gonna be my question. That was gonna be mine.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. Which teachers do you ship?
My little nerd has a ship idea of the headmaster with the ocean princess. It's the fire and water. She's like, you know what? That could be cute though. She's like one's all red, and the other one is turning away from a dark past, trying to do something better. Maybe love could happen if they gave it a try. Maybe.
So the fire and water are gonna get steamy.
Exactly. It's gonna get steamy. Let's go. Exactly. And she's like, this could work. This is gonna be great.
All right.
First day of class, she's just she's just like fantasizing like this whole like thing in her head of what it could possibly happen. 100%. Writing her own fan fiction. It's great. Just inside her head.
All right, so that leaves one last person to answer a question. So Miss Mango. I know that your question that you wanted to answer has been taken, but is there another?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Tell us about Professor Ditkovich.
Oh, yes. Your homeroom teacher. your homeroom teacher, the science professor, Professor Ditkovich. And when you first walk into your homeroom, you are first. It is a gigantic science laboratory with one section set aside for students' desks. And you all hear like random voices, a random voice come out, and like coming out of an exploding, like old robot, and you see this hunched over her rail of a man, and with shock white hair in random directions, and what kind of look like those novelty X-ray goggles, like complete with the swirl. Well, is this geriatric old man, who? How many of you guys know your, would say your characters know superhero history?
I feel like someone would, being the little nerd that she would be over here like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. I don't know how much you would know about him specifically, but I feel like she would have her hands decently in there trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Well, you would see a very old version of a gold and silver age villain known as Professor Demento.
I now have a very specific image of what this guy looks like in my head, and it's nothing like what you described him as.
Oh my lord!
I know exactly. I didn't want to.
Professor Demento.
Professor Demento.
Yes, not to be confused with his PhD counterpart.
Yeah.
100% now.
Yeah. Yes. You. So yes. Professor. Stefan Ditkovich. Also known as Professor Demento. Oh. Yeah, is the science teacher. He is very old.
Man, see, I really wanted to have a secret crush on the science teacher, but you destroyed it completely.
I'm sorry.
Whatever taste she wants, it does.
Well, what if it's a different science teacher? What if Ditkovich teaches like biology or chemistry, but the physics teacher is this like
he would teach robotics.
Okay. So if Ditkovich teaches robotics, what if the person that teaches quantum physics is this like young, just graduated from Olympia Institute of Technology, like young hottie.
Yeah. Okay.
Put it this way, like if you were to admit like, oh man, I think I have a crush on Dr. Baker.
I
like the response of your classmates would be like, yeah, no, okay,
like,
good.
duh, obviously.
Okay, good. That proves you have a pulse. It's.
I will say, he'll have he can have a TA. He could definitely have a TA.
Ooh, a TA. Gotta love a TA.
Yeah. Definitely a younger man. Bronze skinned, dark haired, brown eyed individual.
My brain is going to every villain I've given that description to in every superhero game I've ever run.
But yeah,
Okay, so wait, what you're saying is that we just answered two questions together. What teacher do I have a secret crush? Well, actually, no. We actually We've
Wait,
actually
super-
answered which teacher do you believe is secretly a supervillain, which is the TA, the super hot TA. It's not a secret crush. So the secret crush is going to have to be on the art teacher.
All right. How would
I
you
can
describe
have two
the art?
crushes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Crushes. You're allowed to have as many as you want.
Yeah.
They're crushes.
Monogamy in this economy?
Yeah.
Let's see.
No commitment. Nah.
Let's see.
Young love.
He's probably like 27, and he's got like, I'm like almost picturing Miss Frizzle, except as an art teacher.
Love that vibe though.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, definitely
red,
loving that vibe.
frizzy hair, and he can control water, but not like Princess Arizella.
Well,
I think it's more like the shape water spell in D&D.
okay, so she
And so she,
okay, I think I get what you're saying. Whereas Princess Arizella, the wonderful cutlass, is very much more like Aquaman or Namor, or our art teacher is very more like Mara. She's hydrokinetic.
yes, but she
Yeah.
doesn't ever use it to fight. She just uses it to make art installations.
Watercolors.
Yes.
That could be your code name.
Watercolor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that's cute though.
Yeah.
Such a cute name.
Yeah.
And
Her
her
name's
name
Watercolor.
is Lizzie.
All right.
Lizzie Doucette.
All right. Lizzie Doucette. All right. Fantastic.
Hey, Zoop.
Mm.
In relation to the Doucette of note in the other superhero game that we've played in together,
I do not remember who Doucette is in that one.
Marie,
Oh, yes.
sexy French
Yes.
lesbian Nick Fury.
Of
Okay.
course. Of course. I like my women a little bit younger, though, so
All right.
maybe that's why he came to me. Oh, what was the TA's name?
That's a good name.
Did you say Hans?
No,
Because if you didn't
I
say
laughed.
Hans, it's Hans.
I didn't. Let me get back to you on that. Help me out, Emily. Yes, I'm going to fantasy name generators.
What about Hans Crusher? Can he be Mr. Crusher's son?
So painful.
Sure. Sure, we can though I wouldn't go with Hans.
Although- I was gonna say name like Hans Crusher. That's just evoking images of early '90s Saturday Night Live.
It is giving that vibe though.
I am Hans, and I'm Franz, and we are here to pump you up.
All right. How about Carson? His name is Carson Crusher.
Carson Crusher.
He named his own son Car Crusher.
Yes.
This mathematician, yo.
or you know what? Sticking with the Marvel naming scheme, but making it a little less joke. Maybe Corey Crusher.
I like Carson way better.
All right, Carson Crusher.
Carson's a
Car Crusher.
Carson Crusher.
So Carson Crusher is quantum physics, and
yeah,
is probably or TA really.
He
Just a
well,
TA.
While Professor Demento is in fact is a robotist. He's a roboticist first and foremost. He has a general knowledge of science that is miles above most other people. But yes.
I mean, it makes sense that there would need to be a science TA because if you think about it, all of our powers, we'd have to understand the science behind it in order to like really use them.
My like science classes in like college, there was always a TA that was like there to like when you're taking tests or to run like the tiny experiments you would do.
So he's hot and also probably a supervillain.
Yeah, isn't that always how it is?
And then
Weird
you
question.
can't say it like it's a problem.
No, you know what? Never mind. We will figure that out over the course of play. I don't want that. I don't want that question spoiled ahead of time.
Okay. But
Well, if I just wrote today, Carson Crusher, hot. That is all the notes I've taken on.
yeah,
He has hot and probably a supervillain.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious fellow.
Yeah.
If evil, why hot?
Hot sus.
Damn.
Yeah. Hot and sus.
People who are too attractive and suspicious. It's like, that can't be right.
Does everybody on campus call him a hot sauce? Because it's just he's hot, but he's also kind of sus. So he's hot.
Well,
sus,
well,
hot
sus
sauce.
didn't come around for another 30 years.
That's fair. That's fair. Never mind.
But anyway, speaking of your homeroom, with Professor Demento and Mr. Crusher.
Demento. So good and so awful.
I think Carson Crusher does have a PhD, even though he's a TA.
I mean, he's an assistant, but like he's still a doctor. Yeah.
So he likes to say, "I'm sorry, don't like mix me up with my dad. I am Dr. Crusher."
Yeah.
Mr. Crusher was my father. I'm Dr. Crusher. I excel.
And Mr. Crusher is very proud of his son.
Crusher, this normal ass fella.
Oh, we're gonna break Mr. Crusher's heart so badly.
And I'm just gonna really struggle to not call him Beverly.
Also, but his name's Will. His name is Will Crusher.
Will Crusher.
Well, that's Mr. Crusher's first name is Will.
Will Crusher, I hardly know her.
Yeah. Don't tell Will to shut up. But let's move on to another part of our wonderful world building before we actually get into the story, the meat and potatoes of this wonderful Phoenix Academy story. And that is actually building your homeroom. You all know your homeroom and you know your homeroom teachers. But now it's time to fill that classroom with people, including yourself. We are going to be using the system from another Powered by the Apocalypse game, Monster Hearts 2, to build this homeroom of superheroes. So we're going to start out with that. First, who is the most popular in your group?
JC, easy.
All right. All right.
The one in the boy band.
Yeah.
Duh.
All right.
Hey, boy from the boy band that's popular and famous.
You know.
Please compliment me more.
No.
All right. So, JC, you get your first pick of where you were sitting. I'll say that it is the seating chart I have in front of me inside of an Excel sheet. And those watching later on YouTube will probably get to see it on the screen as we fill it. There's 4 rows with of 5. So it's A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being the closest to the front and 5 being furthest from the back. Where do you think JC would sit?
D5.
Hit. All right. So JC is going to sit in the back corner of the classroom.
I was
You
really
know that
trying to
bingo.
not make a battleship joke. They're really trying.
I was thinking
You
bingo.
didn't. I did.
I know.
All right.
That's somehow more upsetting.
Yes.
So
I expect that level of humor from myself, not from those around me.
I'm sorry, you do not know me then. So JC, who is sitting directly in front of you? What's their name or their hero name? Tell me just a bare bones something about them.
You know what? I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I think the person sitting in front of me is a fan of the Superboys, but not a fan of JC.
Okay.
Oh, so
Um,
you're not hit
Well,
like their most favorite.
I
of the
need a
group.
name.
Okay.
Like what is this person's name? Like who is this student?
Leia.
Leia?
Yes.
Okay. You know what?
Leia.
I'm going. Actually, no, I can't. It's actually going to be a thing. I was going to name her Leia Foreman, but that's actually going to be the name of the main character of that that '90s show.
Why did my light go out? Oh, I shouldn't touch that. That is hot.
Don't touch. I mean, don't touch hot things. Touch hot people, with consent.
But both things are going to hurt me.
But one of them's consensual.
We were just talking before the stream about how you should not touch hot things. Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just my
And so Leia, what kind of a hero is she? What archetype would you say she is?
I would say she would be a beacon, very much in it for the fun of it.
Okay, so she's a powerless person at a superhero high school.
Yes.
Interesting. And who's sitting directly next to you? Who's sitting in 5C?
5C, I'm gonna call him Frederick.
Okay.
Frederick.
Does he have a superhero name or a special, or some kind of fun? No, I'm going to say superhero name, or what kind of archetype do you think they are?
The brains.
Okay. They're a super genius. Okay. So, next, let's go do pulling up the masks thing. I'm going to ask Abby.
Me.
How did Leia
Yes.
get into Phoenix Academy?
How did Leia get into Phoenix
How did a
Academy?
powerless person get into a high school for superheroes.
Can I put forth a suggestion?
100%.
Sure.
She's Leia Crusher. She's actually the daughter of William Crusher, and now that there's two Crushers teaching there, that's how she ended up there.
I love that you're deep into this Crusher family.
Okay, so she is there. Okay, so do okay, if we are going to go with her being a Crusher, Abby, I will ask you this. Is that why she is bullied? Is she bullied because as people think she's in because of nepotism? Is that a rumor about her? Do people think that she is in there because of nepotism?
I wouldn't say it's because of nepotism. I feel like it's new enough that people aren't going to necessarily care about that as much.
Okay. But there's still rumors that she is powerless, but she still got into the superhero high school. Well, so
It's more of a thing, like, they see how her dad is, and it's like, really?
yeah. Okay. All right.
It's just kind of like the uncomfortable thing, like, oh, it's your dad. He's not going to grade. He might not grade you as harshly as everybody else.
Okay.
Kind of situation, perhaps.
All right. Then
Not so much nepotism, but perhaps favoritism could be a thing that people might be talking about.
okay. Then Will. Yeah. A question. Why? Yeah. Was Frederick arrested last summer?
Oh no.
Frederick was arrested reenacting a stunt that he saw on. Oh wait, no, Jackass wouldn't have been invented yet.
And he's a super genius.
Well, see, that's just it. Frederick is a super genius, but he does not fit the profile of the, sort of like bookish glasses, nerdy. It's like he knows everything and he's super confident about it. It's like, yeah, of course I know everything. Like, trust me, that's gonna work. That's gonna work.
Your name's gonna be Know-It-All.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. We'll go with his hero name being Know-It-All.
He'll tell you something you didn't want to know.
Yeah, no, he is. Put it this way, over the summer he was hanging out with some fellow teenagers and teenagers getting up to the trouble they get into. Everyone basically figured out, like, okay, we're gonna do this one super dangerous, irresponsible thing. He's like, guys, wait a second, we can make it better.
Okay.
Instead of being like, I'm going to run the numbers and see that this is all safe and making sure, like, no, let's see how we can maximize this.
Did it involve fireworks?
Absolutely.
There was actually a super genius kid at my high school who ended up getting in trouble because he had a bunch of fireworks in his car.
What it is. That's what it is. Homemade fireworks. He made homemade fireworks.
Homemade fireworks. Oh.
And because he's so smart, they worked, but it's one of those, like, this is going to be awesome.
During lighting, and it's like, I can't explain this away. I know what you think I know what you think is happening. I will tell you right now, it is happening.
He took bottle rockets to a new level.
Yes.
New level.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. All right. So we'll continue that. Who would you say is the next most popular in your group?
Rudy.
Probably.
See, I was thinking Rudy would be the least popular because he's the new kid. He's not even from this planet.
I know
Yeah,
that's why
but
he's
that
so
makes you
popular.
cool and interesting.
Interesting.
You would
Okay.
never like the new hot kid.
You're the laid
No.
back transfer kid.
Okay, but I have been the new kid at school and it sucked.
Everyone's the new kid at this school.
Okay.
Everyone
Okay.
wants to get in good with the alien.
All right.
Okay.
It's
Where
like,
would you
oh,
sit?
dude, you actually know shit. Cool.
All right. So that's D5. So I'm keeping my own, notebook
Yeah, of course.
version of the seating chart.
Yeah,
Alright,
so far
so
we've got
that-
D4, D5, and C5 filled.
I'm gonna take B4.
B4
Before what?
Yes.
Before lunch.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Afterwards, I'll sit somewhere else.
Okay. So, Rudy, who's sitting behind you?
Behind me, next to Know It All. All right, I am going to put the character sitting behind Rudy is the character that I almost played for this game. An age shifted, basically a time traveler, the nomad archetype. His name is Noah Never.
All right.
No one never.
No one never. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well. Okay. We'll do that. Next, we're gonna seat everybody, and then we'll fill in the gaps. Abby, where's who do you think would be more popular, you or Miss Mango?
You don't know.
It would be you.
If I may,
All right.
the two of you are playing tropes that are kind of like popularity is a weird word for both of them because, like, Abby, you said that Scylla is very much like sort of the nerd, grew up like us in real life,
Yeah.
grew up playing D&D and was kind of like nerd.
She's a homegrown geek.
Right.
She's just very excited about what she's doing.
Yeah.
Whereas the biggest trope about the Scion is they're kind of like the dark, brooding, quiet one. Like, just leave me alone. Don't talk to me about my parents. It's like, who my parents are, and I don't want to talk about it. That sort of
I
thing.
don't have daddy issues, I swear.
So, in that regard, popularity is kind of a weird word, especially in the 90s when RPGs were not nearly as cool as they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just got out of the satanic panic.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, like
We're definitely on the tail end of the satanic panic.
right.
Yeah.
As someone that was looking at Dungeons and Dragons stuff at yard sales in 1994 with his mom and dad, who said, "I don't want you getting into that stuff." Yeah, no, I remember.
Joke's on you, Mom.
Anyway, I'm kidding, Mom. I love you if you're watching this. Anyway, I feel like when it comes to the Scion, the fear that you might inspire might get you a degree of popularity.
Right, there is like, oh, you're the
I
coolest
think
person.
right now she's really unassuming. Like, I have built her to
Okay.
have a character arc. She is like,
Okay.
she has her
Yeah,
hair
that's
and
fair.
like braids. She looks like a nerdy Indian, and she's like wearing the school outfit of like one of the boarding schools in the city.
Well, I
She
would
looks
say
very weird.
once you start at the academy, you would have the academy clothes.
Eventually. But right now she needs, because what happens is she wakes up and she's like, she needs to take a picture of herself in the outfit and be like, "Hi, Auntie, Uncle, I'm doing fine. Look at me going to school like a normal girl."
All right.
I'm not doing anything questionable or suspicious. Don't worry about me.
Okay. So yeah, if you are playing Purvi
Purposefully, like,
to be more inconspicuous, then yeah, it would definitely be then it would be Scylla.
All right.
okay, cool.
Yeah. So we'll say Scylla. Where would you want to sit?
Bella would. Try to B2. She'd want to be closer up towards the front, but not front
Okay.
of the room.
All right. So we'll put.
Close enough to be a good student, but not so close that you're right up there.
Yeah. Also, we don't want to. Actually, never mind. It was Miss Mango who has the hots for the TA.
Right.
Listen, everyone has the hots for the TA.
Fair.
For
Except for
TA.
Leia, because that would be gross.
Oh my god.
My gosh, your brother. And she's like, shut up.
She's like she's like Martin Freeman in The World's End.
Yeah.
Just so done. Just
Like,
so done.
Everyone's like, your brother is like, shut up. I get it.
All right. Since we're saying that that Miss Mango would be the one that's least conspicuous, I'm going to roll at random for where for our missile team is going to be. We miss you, Lissa.
We miss you.
So that's going to be B. Row B.
Thank you. Thank you for your bravery for attending Gen Con for us.
Yeah. You did so good.
And okay, so Mistletoe, our wonderful Lissa, she is actually going to be sitting right in between Soundwave and Mage.
She's a B3.
Yeah.
You just got a row going here.
Yeah. I would also like to point out that the name Mistletoe, for everybody playing at home, it's like the German word for mistletoe.
Yeah.
She is not a teenaged missile wielding superhero. We're not going quite that 90s with the character.
No, like
it would be funny. That's like a common misconception.
We'll encounter that probably going through. Just like how many people are confused about Miss Mango, people are going to be just as confused about Mistletoe.
Nice. Okay, this game is already giving me vibes of this really short-lived, unheard of comic book back in the early 2000s called The Intimates. Same idea, like weirdo kids at a superhero high school kind of thing. Like there's one guy called like Punchy who has this little like boxing nun puppet that channels this hyperkinetic boxing gloves.
Nice.
And then Empty V, whose powers are invisibility, except her natural state is invisible. She has to concentrate to become visible.
Huh.
I love that though. That is a fun that's cool though.
That is cool.
It ended at issue 13, I think. So and it was one of those things. It was just like ended because they just ran out of ideas, ran out of money. It wasn't popular enough, but whatever.
And now finally, Miss Mango, where are you going to sit?
C4.
C4?
Yes, connects JC to the rest of us and makes Rudy uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is how the crush gets established. You sat next to him, and it's like, there's
And probably like
Art?
sticks out the very least.
Okay.
Like, it gives
So-
the opportunity for Mango to just lean over and start whispering, and he's like, "Oh wait, oh wait."
Okay, so Miss Mango, you've got someone already made behind you and to either side of you. Who is sitting directly in front of you?
Aisha Simmons.
Okay.
And she,
What's a hero name for Aisha?
I want to say Firestorm. Is that acceptable here, or is that taken?
Firestorm is a DC character.
Okay.
Actually, several DC characters.
Firewalker.
All right.
Fireworks taken, yeah.
Firewalker's not taken that I know of.
Please don't sue us if it is.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, if we're worried about stealing superhero names, I already stole a name from a Decepticon.
Yeah, but he's not a superhero.
I really want Aisha and Leia to get together so Leia can become Leia Firewalker.
One day, we'll make it work.
Well, technically, she would become Leia Simmons.
I mean, we can do it however we want to.
Fair enough. All right, then who's sitting next to? We'll move on to Abby. Who's sitting in front of you? Who's sitting in the front row? Who's one person sitting in the front row?
Marianne West.
Okay.
Okay, I just realized something. Zoop, with Portray sitting between Rudy and Leia, and you have a crush on the TA.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be like talking to her about it's this chain of awkward crush. Leia's gonna hate all of us.
100%. That's fine.
Okay. And what kind of hero or what hero name does Marianne West choose for herself? Or is she a legacy or something?
Marianne West should be a legacy.
Okay.
I do think that she should have sort of something coming there.
Okay.
Is she a speedster?
I was thinking of something with tornadoes.
Yeah, I was going to refrain from making a Wally West reference.
Yeah.
But, all right. Something with weather related?
Yeah, something feathery I think would be fun.
Okay. What would you go with?
What was that?
I was asking you if you had a name or if you were open to suggestions.
Oh, name. Kind of like the idea of her being like more like wind sort of related. Perhaps like she goes by Dust Devil.
Dust Devil, that works. I was also going to suggest Maelstrom.
Maelstrom goes.
I was about to say Tempest.
Tempest also works.
These are all really good.
Maybe, all right. Maybe she goes by Tempest, and her
If I may,
her legacy is that of someone named Maelstrom.
If I may, this is high school.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the time of your life that people are going to be experimenting with different labels and names and
She can't
identities
decide
of
on a name.
themselves. There you go. That's what it is. It's like this year she's Dust Devil. She'll go away for the summer and come back and she'll be Tempest.
Okay.
I just like the idea of her being a legacy from someone called Maelstrom. Cannot pronounce the word.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's legacy from Maelstrom, and now she's like trying to figure it out.
Okay. Then we'll go back to Spotlight. Nick,
Yeah.
who's sitting next to Noah Never? Who's sitting at the end of your row?
That would be Dante Down, the bull, whose hero name is Jackass.
Dante what? Dante
Down,
Dante Down.
like the direction.
Dante down.
And,
Jackass.
okay. Why is his name Jackass?
Because that's what he is. He always wants
Okay.
to start a fight. He's willing to cross whatever line.
He's the class clown. Absolutely has to be the class
Okay.
clown.
Okay. I will say this. He didn't pick the name Jackass. That's just what everyone calls him.
I like it.
It's just like, you're such a jackass, and he's like, that's my name. And he just
Like-
kind of,
Nobody really refers to him as Dante. Everyone just refers to him as Jackass.
what's that kid's name? The one that's a jackass. No, that's his name. That's it.
Okay, I did have to look it up. We are still 2 years shy of the movie Happy Gilmore. Therefore, in 2 years, if he still has this code name, everybody's going to walk around to him going, Jackass!
Unless he changes.
Unless he changes it, yeah.
Yeah. Our wonderful
be-
classmates could change him.
There's so many classes he could turn into. He could be a smartass, a dumbass. There's so many different names that he could become.
A badass.
You know? You never know.
All right. So, let's go. Will, we haven't heard from you in a while. Who is sitting next to you? Who is in A4?
Who is in A4? I feel like this has to be like a fellow weirdo.
Mhm.
Like,
Maybe a transformed?
yeah, transformed. I got it. She. They. They are a transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Their name is, let's see. I need
Lev.
like Lev.
Sam?
Lev is good. I like Lev.
Lev?
Their name, yeah. Their name is Lev. Lev Zimmer is their given name. Their code name, which will lead into not only their aesthetic but also their nature of being transformed, is Metalhead.
Okay.
Love that.
Metalhead. All right. Okay. Cool. So we're saying they kind of look like Colossus.
Yeah. Well, so the thing with Colossus is that his his body's covered with those like rings, the band. It's like it looks like bands of steel. With on Lev, he looks like a solid piece of metal. It still moves like flesh.
Living metal.
Okay, so he looks so Lev looks more like Silver Surfer than Colossus.
Yeah, looks a bit more like Silver Surfer. They're also a little bit bulky. They're wider. They're like if
Liefeld drew Silver Surfer.
No, it's not even like that. It's more like you know what? I'm trying to like the only modern superhero I can think of that has like the right physique that I'm thinking of is Gold Balls from the X-Men.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of get what you're looking at.
That sort of he's very like they're very cylindrical. Like they like the expression "built like a brick shithouse" comes to mind.
Okay.
Stout would be a good way to describe them.
They're stout. Okay.
Yeah.
They're built like a D&D dwarf.
Yes. There you go.
Okay. Would you say they're about as short, like 5'5"?
Oh no, they're big. I'll say they're like 5'11".
Okay.
So they're not a teacup. They're not short and stout.
Right.
Tall and stout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're not a teapot. They're a Guinness.
All right.
You know, that's vibe. That's vibe. Here we go.
All right. Let's go mage.
That's me.
You know what? Let's fill out this third row. Who is sitting to your back left? Who's next to Mistletoe?
Okay, I'm gonna use Julian Tao. That was the name of one of my favorite people from high school. Loved her. She was so cool.
How do you spell that?
The way that she spelled it was J-U.
J-U?
And then Yin Tao. So it was Y-I-N-T-A-O. Ju Yin Tao.
Okay. And what would her hero name be?
Hero name.
We can go undecided.
The Spark.
Let me think about it. I have an aesthetic in my head. Let me see if I can figure something out.
Okay. While we're on that, Zoop.
On the other side is Vicky Newen.
On the other side of
So
row 3.
D3.
So D3.
So Newen is Nguyen.
Oh, I know what it's spelled. I've known many of Nguyen.
Okay. And she's a speedster.
Okay.
What was her name?
Vicky Newen.
Newen.
And actually, they go by. What are the neo pronouns? Is it Z them?
Yeah. It's like XE. It's pronounced Z.
Yeah. Z them.
Okay. And what's their hero name? Or what's their hero name?
The Running Man.
Okay.
Looks so
that's so 90s. That is so 90s. That's
he is Sub-Zero, No,
Yeah,
plain
not ju-
zero.
not just the dance, but the movie. It's like
Okay. Uh, so Abby, have we figured out a?
Yeah. Their superhero name is Memory Bank.
Ooh. Would you say that they're with a name like Memory Bank, that kind of gives me the image of, oh god, what's her name? Vision's daughter.
Viv Vision.
Yes. Like an android uh who has sentience uh and can retain memories.
Sort of like that kind of vibe.
Okay. So we got two metal people sitting in the far row near the back.
No one throw a magnet over there.
Someone throws a magnet over there and it sticks to Lev, and Ju just shuts down.
All right. So, Spotlight.
Hello.
Who is sitting in front of the running man? Who's sitting in D2?
That would be an android freshly built from the factory.
Okay.
You ruined the motif. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. What would their name be?
Their name would be N031, but they go by Leon.
Okay. And would Leon just be their hero name that they go by, or would they go by something else?
I think that they don't understand the concept of hero names yet.
Okay.
Striking fear into villains. We have Firewalker, Mage, Metalhead, and Leon.
Leon!
I mean, the only person I really know whose name is Leon Kennedy, and they're a badass.
I actually worked with a guy named. I actually worked with a guy named Leon Leong.
Nice. What
What a life you must live.
what archetype would you put Leon?
Newborn.
Newborn?
Yep.
Mm.
Okay. Then we'll go back to Will. Who? Let's see. Where are you? There's none around you.
Yep.
Who's also at the very front of the class with Marianne West? C1.
C1.
Front
Who's
and
at
center.
C1?
Who's in front and center?
One.
We've got a legacy up there, and who else is front and center of the class?
I think. Let's see. I don't know. This is a tough one.
Can I throw one in while you're thinking?
Yeah, please do.
Sure.
Okay, for D1,
D1.
it's a Des Abu Bakr. So ADAEZE, and then
ADA.
EZE,
Okay.
and then Abubakar.
Okay. You are really
And
relying on me to pronounce these names.
listen,
this.
you made the mistake of getting someone super multicultural in here.
Hey, I do not mind representation and in any way, shape, or form. I am not against that. And
Think of it this way: it'll be good practice for you.
I do not have the linguistic skills for certain things. I will butcher
Yes,
the pronounced names.
I don't know how to pronounce it perfectly, but I think it's Adeas.
Okay.
I'll find out. But she's basically got Magneto skills.
Okay. She's got Magneto powers. Cool.
Yeah, she's
You're putting the magnetic controller in front of the android?
The android! The android!
Put her away from Metalhead and Memory Bay.
This is gonna be interesting.
you put D1. They're in front of Leon.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to keep them away from the other two.
Yeah, but now they're in front of the other android in the.
Oh no!
How many more
That'd be
chairs do
really
we have?
cool.
After this one, there is 1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel like we should have a pair of twins somewhere.
I mean, Luke could always be in there.
Lord, no. I refuse.
Yeah, no.
Oh God.
All right. Okay, I've got one. I've got my thing for C1.
Okay. Well, let's finish with D1.
Oh, sorry.
So, what would once again, it's Adais.
I think so. At ease.
Adais.
Yeah, if we have to update that, we will.
What would their
Abubakar.
what would their what would her
Her name. I feel like it should be something with the word attract. Like
Okay.
attraction.
Okay. I'm not sure because it's magnetic.
Yeah, no.
I think. Damn you, X-Men, for taking like the two really good magnet characters' names, Magneto and Polaris. I don't know, chat, what do you think?
I almost want it to be like polar vortex and have her like have control over magnetics and kind of like to a certain extent the weather.
What about repulsor?
Repulsor, I love it.
Repulsor.
Okay.
Because it's, I mean, everybody talks about the attraction of magnetism, but it also repulses.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Because it's the 90s and things are spelled incorrectly, we'll spell it repulsar.
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 With 2 R's at the end.
So combining pulsar and repulsion.
I love it.
Okay, so now back to you, Will. C1.
All right, C1. At C1, the student's name there is Emmanuel Louis Pierre.
Louis Pierre.
And his superhero name is Sosye. Sosye.
Sosye?
Sosye, yep.
Sosye.
It is, that's the best I can pronounce it because I do not speak Haitian Creole. That is Haitian Creole for wizard. He is a spellcaster.
Okay.
The flavor of it is going to be a little bit closer to Haitian. Think sort of Bushmaster from the second season of Luke Cage.
Okay.
But
and you know, here I was hearing Emmanuel Louis Pierre, and I was gonna make him from Quebec.
no, he is Haitian.
Okay.
Um,
So he is going to have similar powers to Mage.
Similar, yes. They're gonna. I feel like they'll be a little bit more like hexy. I think.
Okay. I will
Put it
say
this way.
this to everyone watching. I know this game takes place in the 90s. I don't know enough about voodoo to actually make him a voodoo superhero.
Well, and here's the thing. I was thinking that his powers could be to Mage what Jinx's powers are to Raven in Teen Titans.
Okay. Okay.
So he's like the darker side of
Oh,
that.
no. I would say he does,
Sort of like
okay,
Jinx.
I can get it. With Jinx in Teen Titans, she has control over bad luck.
Right.
So I can see that. Yeah.
Or just like causing like
He has a form of probability control. It's basically he can control Murphy's Law.
Okay.
He just calls it hexing.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it.
Oh, and it's a Deze.
A Deze.
A
Okay.
Deze.
All right. Speaking of Mage,
very pretty.
pick a seat either side of you. Who's sitting next to you?
I want their last name to be Doppel. What's the name with Doppel?
We can put Doppler.
I think that is like the surname of the person, not their like super name. Super name.
Yeah, no, like having their surname being Doppler, much like the doctor who discovered the quote unquote Doppler effect.
Quincy Doppel.
Quincy
Doppel.
Doppel.
I like that. Quincy is a good name.
All right.
Quincy Doppel.
Alrighty.
Let's see. I think it would be good for Doppel to have like some sort of power where he can like make multiples of himself. That kind of situation.
He makes doppelgangers.
That's what I'm
Nice.
saying. That's the theme of it. Because he could just be doppelganger.
Yeah.
He just makes multiples of himself, and that's just what he does.
Okay. What would his hero name be? Would it be Doppelganger, or would he decide to just go Ganger?
Like doppelganger.
Well, the other one is that he could be if he felt like borrowing a name from in 1994 WWF, the One Man Gang.
That's such a long name.
Although the One Man Gang and the Running Man together.
That'd be hilarious.
All right. So Nick, who's the last person up at front? Who's the last person up at the front of the class?
Gotten me down to the bottom of the barrel.
Who's the unlucky late son of a bitch that got to class last, and the only seat that's left is the one right there at the door?
Well, there's two. There's two left, and they're
Yeah.
both right at the front. A1 and A2.
So rough.
A2 is not bad. A1 is
Rough.
I mean,
A1
it's
is
okay as a
gross.
steak house.
A1 is gross.
You cook your steak properly, you don't need A1.
True. Let's call them Samuel Dirges.
Samuel Durgis. Okay.
Where are they at? A1 or A2?
A1.
A1. All right.
Or
Samuel
Sam.
Durgis. And what is Samuel's... What's old Sammy's hero name?
Home Run. And he
Home
owns an
Run.
enchanted bat.
Home Run, and he's got an enchanted baseball bat.
Okay.
Okay.
He's also just really into baseball.
You know what? I dig it. I dig it. And you know what? I'm gonna roll for who gets to pick the last one. Zoop.
Oh no. I was afraid of that.
Your worst
Um,
fears.
Entropy has chosen you.
Julia Child, and she cooks enchanted food.
I think Julia Child was still alive at this.
She
point.
was. She was.
I thought
Was
she
she?
said Julia.
I think she died in 1999, maybe 2000.
She didn't get to see the movie, but you know.
Right. 2004 actually.
Oh, did she get to see the movie?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Julia. Yeah, Julia Child would absolutely still be very much alive. Again, we're talking about the era of my childhood. I have vivid memories of watching daytime public PBS television, and on right after Mr. Rogers was Julia Child. So
Interesting.
Hey, my name's Julia Child. No relation.
I also cook,
Julia
but
Child,
not related.
obviously.
It's just
It's like
a
anyone who
real.
has a name that's associated with something has that feeling. Like my surname in real life is Snyder. I've had some people come up like, "Oh, like are you related to the pretzel people?" Like, no. I look like I'm related to the pretzel people. I think this is a
Snyder
normal thing that happens.
of the Hanover Snyders.
I hate it. There was also a governor in Michigan that the people didn't like, whose name was Snyder, and I was like, no, I'm not related, I swear.
Wait, what about Zack Snyder? That seems like the most obvious one to me.
I want to. People have one. It's like, no. Why would you think? What about me makes you think? It's a lot. When you have a very common name or a name that's associated with a lot of people, it happens.
Yup.
Okay, Chelsea Choi,
Okay.
Chelsea Choi.
who does enchanted baking. Basically makes health potions, but they're cookies.
Okay.
Is she at C2? Is she at C2 or A2?
A2.
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 I love that
C2.
idea.
C2 is Quincy.
It's Quincy. Yeah.
Is our one-man gang. So Chelsea
I love
Choi.
that okay, we have a class healer. Love it. We need it.
Yep.
Class
and
healer.
What would she call herself, or what would people call her?
Choiciest.
What?
because she's Chelsea Choi, the choicest.
I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
Like the choicest meal. Yeah.
I don't.
Like the choicest morsel. Like the taste.
Like-
The choicest,
You go to
not
sleep.
choicest.
It's choicest, not choicey.
Listen, I've always read it as choicest.
And you know what? I read it as Hermione until I saw the movie and found out that Hermione is an actual name.
Painful.
Choicest also works. Choicest.
Wait a second. Hold on. We can look something up for this.
Okay.
Let's see. Choi. I know it's an East Asian name. Is it more common in one country over another?
No idea.
Okay. I'm gonna do
Oh.
Korean just to be on. Korean. What's the name of a Korean pastry?
We've got a lot of good food over there. There's a lot of good food in Korea.
There's a lot of good food everywhere.
Yeah, it is
Oh my
Korean.
gosh.
It's a Korean surname.
Okay.
Okay.
One day I will try bibimbap. It's not today, but I'll have it one day. I'm very excited.
Okay, but bibimbap is a fantastic.
Bibimbap. Just from what I hear, it's killer, but I just want to try it so bad.
Oh, what if she just called herself Ube?
Ube!
Ube.
Like the purple yam.
Cute.
And she has purple hair.
She's got purple hair.
You gotta have purple hair.
Have you guys ever had ube cookies? They're so
I-
good.
I've
That's
not
her
had ube.
specialty.
And they're good.
What was that, Zoop?
That's her specialty.
Okay. So,
Ube, that's so cute.
all right.
I
So
love you.
I'm going to ask
The
Zoop.
class.
We're gonna go with so Zoop. Let's see.
Pardon me.
Okay, what's a good question to ask for developing?
Why?
What about
What-
your crush? Your crush on the TA, and you're sitting next to the TA's kid sister.
Well, this is
Everyone
about
has a
Vicky.
crush on the TA.
This is about Vicky
What?
Nguyen.
Oh, about
Okay.
Vicky. Okay.
This is gonna be about a question about Vicky.
The speedster.
Yes, the speedster. You went to school with her. Why did she miss so much school last year?
She got really into feeding the elderly, and as fast as they are, the oven only goes so fast.
So
And
so Vicky, they fed the elderly last year, and they missed so much school.
because they were
They were doing
feeding the
civil
elderly.
services. Okay. Okay. So we'll ask Nick.
Yes.
The world's speediest delivery person to ever run.
I feel like they could just harness, like, they could run and just create heat with friction, and
let's go.
That's what they're gonna learn. That's what they're gonna learn at school.
Okay, so question: is Quincy actually gay, or is that just a rumor?
That's an interesting question.
I feel like that's Quincy's business, and Quincy will tell us if they feel comfortable around us, and we can wait until they make that decision themselves.
Is Quincy?
What do you
I
think?
feel like Quincy's really into self gratification.
Lord.
Okay, then we'll switch to that.
Please don't kill me.
We'll switch. Is Quincy actually a narcissist?
Depends on the day.
Second only to JC.
Okay, so
Okay.
so he actually is a narcissist. He is his own best friend.
He creates a duplicate, fixes the duplicate's hair, then reabsorbs the dupe so that his hair is perfect.
I was like, how do I look right now?
Okay.
I can do better.
Okay. So, we'll go to a different one. We'll go Abby. What are some of the rumors about Marianne West's family, and are they true?
Okay, I think that might be put around is that family, even though they're good superheroes, they cause the most damage. Like year by year, they're known to cause the most damage, and it is true. They cause a lot of damage with their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very much just like they don't care how much destruction they cause as long as they're figuring out what they're doing.
Okay. Is that true? Is it true that they don't care about the destruction? They just care about beating the bad guys.
They don't care. I think it's not as high a priority.
Okay.
In a way.
Okay.
Like, it's like, I don't care that I'm going to destroy this building, but if destroying this building is the way to get it done, I'm going to get it done.
Okay.
Kind of situation.
All right.
Like, if they could, they wouldn't, but if that's what they see as the only option, they're going to do it, and they're not going to say sorry about that.
Alrighty. So let's go with Soundwave.
Yeah.
Let's go with talking about our friend Leon. Our friend Leon.
Leon. Yep.
Why does Leon not have friends?
Oh no. The baby.
Why does Leon not have friends? Leon doesn't have friends.
Okay.
No, Leon doesn't have friends because he was a defect. He was defective. His consciousness, his sapience, is actually a programming flaw. He was supposed to. He was actually built to be a drone for let's make up a villain. He was built to be a drone for
Lockheed Martin.
Yes, that's a great villain.
I don't know what that reference is.
Lockheed Martin is the name of a weapons manufacturer for the American government in the real world. Although Lockheed is also the name of the pet dragon that Kitty Pryde has in the X-Men.
Yes, that is true. That is very true.
Well, he's not really a dragon. He is an alien species that
Looks like a dragon.
like a minuscule purple dragon.
Okay, wait. Why don't we have a minuscule purple dragon on this chart?
Yet.
We don't have one yet.
Not student, class. There's a difference.
These are classmates.
Let's see. Text. He was supposed to be Leon was supposed to be a drone for the evil AI program Megahertz.
Okay.
And it was his sapience was a glitch in the program, and he was supposed to be basically let out. He doesn't have any friends because people don't trust him as being built for a bad guy. And he's still sort of trying to. He feels like joining this school is like I'm going to do the best I can to prove that I want to help.
Okay.
Right.
So he doesn't have friends because people look at him and they see megahertz.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say he's like in one of the Ultron copies.
Yeah.
That got its own mind.
Or a Doombot.
Or a Doombot.
Right.
Or actually an even better example, given the school setting, Brew.
Yeah. I've not thought about that character in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that though.
That is a good one. Okay.
I feel like a creature, a being that became a defect like that would be like, yes, I am Leon.
Okay.
That fits the vibe. I am Leon.
So,
Leon is.
we'll re-roll starting. So we'll go with our wonderful Miss Mango. Let's see. Okay, so Saucier, at the front of the class, in front of you. During orientation day, he did something to piss you off. What did he do?
Saucier is the spellcaster?
Yes, is the Cajun.
Haitian.
Haitian. Ah. Sorry.
From Haiti.
He caused a bucket of water to fall on my head.
Okay. So he caused a bucket of water to fall on your head. Let's say what. Okay. Fun scenario to think about. We have all seen Sky High.
Yes. Excellent tragic movie.
Yes, it is. It is excellent. During the scene, so basically, before you guys did your team or quote unquote evaluation, you were all asked to demonstrate your powers, and that is how Emmanuel decided to demonstrate his powers. He snapped his fingers and caused a bucket that was sitting on a shelf to fall on your head.
Yep.
Like he just
But basically he
bad luck.
He controlled Murphy's law
and went, hey,
I think I think it's even better than that. I want to posit one to you.
No,
I
totally.
think somebody put the bucket of water over the door to get the professor.
Okay.
And he caused it through Murphy's Law to fall on Porvy's head instead.
Okay.
Okay, showing like probability. It's like you think it's gonna happen here. Actually, it's not.
Okay.
It's gonna be this poor soul instead.
All right. Then we'll go Nick.
Oh, yes, me.
Yes. Our firewalker, or Aisha Simmons. Let's say, which member of your band does she have a crush on?
Oh God, I need to go to my band.
Also, you could have put your band members in the class.
They're all older than JC.
Oh, that's right.
Are they?
You're right. You are the baby of the group.
He is the baby. Baby Spice.
Yeah, he's.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the from Bob's Burgers, the youngest one in the boy band.
The youngest one.
Never watched the show.
I like Bob's Burgers. I haven't watched all of the videos or all the movie episodes.
Louise, the one that Louise has a crush on and hates the fact that she does.
I don't know.
And punches him in the face. No,
I missed that episode. Sorry.
No, I can't help you.
Anytime I think of fictional boy bands, though, my brain just goes to Several Times from Gravity Falls.
Yeah. Who are all voiced by Lance Bass.
Yep.
Oh, we got Abby so excited her mic's breaking up.
She's gone. Just
Just muted herself.
I think I heard the word gerbil in there, so I think she's picturing like the big gerbil, the water feeder that Several Times goes to. Just a.
And they call everybody girl.
Anyway.
If she is a sidekick, which is what we call our fans,
that's so tragic.
That's awful.
That's sad. Sidekick.
I think she'd be into the bad boy Ben.
Okay.
Because everyone likes the bad boy.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Abby. Hey, our mage.
I'm no longer laughing, so you have my full attention.
So, let's see. What is so dang appealing to you about Jackass?
I'm so sad. So sad.
What's appealing? What's a like everyone just calls him Jackass, but like you see something in him that's like interesting, like that you find appealing. What do you like about Dante?
My confidence.
All right.
He's just going. He's doing what he thinks is funny. He's doing what he thinks is fun. It doesn't hit everybody right. He needs some work on it. But you know what? He's happy with what he's doing.
Okay.
Good job. Confident about it.
All right. Cool. Well, let's go. Let's bring it back around to Soundwave. So, what's a good question to ask? Why do people think that Noah Never is going to be a supervillain?
Because he is.
Excuse me. Because he's worried he's going to be a supervillain. Noah Never, the Noah Never that is attending this school is actually a de-aged one. He used to be an adult superhero, but sort of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey displacement stuff, and now he needs to come back. He said the thing is he doesn't remember this happening when he was a kid, which is unusual for him. So he's like, is this a split thing? I don't know. I might end up being a villain. Who knows?
Okay, so because he was so nonchalant about the fact that he might grow up to be a villain, people are scared of him.
A little bit.
And they think, oh, so he's very open. He might be a villain. We should watch out for him.
Time is weird.
Okay.
It's like, I might turn into a villain. They're like, will you though? Like, why are you putting that on the table
like,
as an option?
Like, aren't you a time traveler? You should know if you're going to become a villain if you're a time traveler. No, I have no idea.
All right.
Enter my villain arc. You don't know what's gonna happen.
He even calls it that, his villain arc.
Right. It's like, this was a possible villain arc. And everyone's like, but will you?
It's like, villain arc. We're not in a book. We're not in a game. This is, I don't know.
Okay.
On the background. Oh, I love that trope.
Okay, so we'll go to Zoop. What is Chelsea's secret? What is Ube's secret?
Good question.
This one hits really close to home, but she has OCD, and she's afraid every time she makes a batch of her basically healing stuff that she's going to accidentally make a poison one instead.
Okay.
Or she's actually afraid that like she's going to purposely make a poison one.
Okay. Okay, and she is desperately to hide that fear.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, her whole, she's had to go through the whole thing where like she has to keep baking to like, it's basically an exercise and not giving in to your OCD, because if she gives into her OCD, not going to bake anymore because she's so afraid that she is going to poison somebody. But
so she doesn't she doesn't actually like baking.
No, it's not that she doesn't like baking. It's that she has this fear that she's going to accidentally on purpose. So like people with OCD, what they might worry that they're going to blurt out like a slur, and like it consumes their thoughts that like I'm so afraid that out of my mouth is going to come a slur. So it's like it's not that she doesn't like baking. She loves baking. But she has an illness that gets in the way of her being able to enjoy what she enjoys.
You know.
Right, has to like really focus on each of the steps, like, okay, making sure that I'm not doing it wrong. I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to do it on purpose. We're going to be fine.
All right.
One of these glasses is poisoned. No, I don't have any money. Sorry.
All right. Nick.
Yes. Hello, coming to you live.
Why are you jealous of Samuel?
Ooh. Baseball kid.
Yeah. Why are you jealous of Homeroom?
Because he still enjoys baseball.
Oh, that's tragic.
Oh,
Oh, that
okay.
hurt.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. I can dig it. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Ow.
I only got a couple more left. So let's go.
All of our hearts twisting and just ripping it right out.
Yeah.
Like that's choice.
All right. All right. So, Abby,
It's me.
what is a rumor about Repulsar?
A rumor about Pulsar.
Yeah. What's the rumor going on that you hear about her?
Rumor is that Repulsar used her powers purposefully to oh, what's his name? I have to look it up. To trip Lev. To make him just face plant, used her powers to like so that he couldn't move his feet and just went face first.
Okay.
Into the ground.
So rumors are that she's a bit of a bully.
A little bit.
She's a bit of a bully to those who are mechanically inclined.
Saw the opportunity and took it is what the rumor is.
Okay. Is it true?
Ooh.
Is she a mean girl?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't.
Or, like
She doesn't.
Mean
She
girl,
doesn't
or
like
she had
robots.
a really mean. She's either a mean girl or she had a mean moment and she let Spike get in the way for some reason.
Okay. She doesn't like robots or people who look like robots.
Or she's just kind of maybe not so much like, oh, I hate robots, or more just like more like the opportunist of like I have the opportunity to be a huge bitch and I'm gonna take it kind of situation.
Okay. I get
Not so much
that.
targeted hatred, just general, you know.
It's just
I can
more
be a
of
shit.
like I could do something and not get away with it, or I could do something and get away with it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go now to Will. Will. Does okay.
Yes, they do.
I was gonna say, does Lev have a crush on Pulsar or Repulsar?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Love that.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I love that shit. That's so dumb. I love it.
Okay. So, all right.
That's so much about who she is as a person. I love it. So
And next, the last one would be Zoop. A question about Jew. About Memory Bank. Is Memory Bank a snitch?
oh my gosh.
Yes.
Memory Bank is a snitch. Okay.
The bank knows everything and she will spill the beans if you ask.
Okay.
I feel like memory bank snitch. I feel like snitch might be the wrong term.
Okay.
Memory bank would probably be a gossip.
Okay, so memory.
Gossip? Okay, gossip.
Okay, so no, she's not a.
Well, I think
She's not a snitch.
think
She's a gossip.
she's both. Well, yes, I think I imagine that she like hangs out with what's his name, Mr. Kurtzberg, the old man guidance counselor, and like tells him the hacks from like the cafeteria.
Or just like, I heard that they said that they did this, and like gossiping at him, but
Jesus.
it's actually
And him just
snitching.
She's a
constantly going.
secret snitch. Holy shit, that's so good.
And
Right,
yeah,
like,
she's a
he's
secret
gossiping
snitch because
just like trying
she
to
just
catalog people.
because he calls her in and says, hey, how are you doing? Hey, are you getting along well with your classmates? And she's just like, oh my god, it's going so well. So like this person was doing this thing and this person was doing this thing.
So
Hey.
Did you know that
She's-
Lev totally has a crush on Repulsar?
she's
I mean,
high.
how
She,
crazy is that?
so she's a high school sage. You know the character Sage from X-Men, the one with the computer brain? She's a
Yeah.
high school sage. That's exactly what she is.
Okay.
Working for
Everything-
Professor X the whole time.
Just going for it.
And Mr. K is just sitting there going, ugh. I just asked
Yeah,
how you were doing.
question. He's
Okay.
like, I didn't ask for all this, but I guess I have to do something now.
I just asked about your college admission papers.
I just asked what your plans for the future were.
I asked a basic yes or no question, and this is what I get. Tragic.
I'm not even gonna remember half of this stuff. Just have a good day. All right.
Like, that's nice.
All right. So that's a really cool homeroom class that we got there.
Good news.
We've got a fun little bit of relationship that you guys have with the faculty, a little bit of insight into your classmates, and I have some ideas now on how to roleplay going forward with them, and I think we're gonna end today a little bit early. just because we've got that out of the way. We've finished with all of the world building and building the setting, and next session we can continue on with the actual plot, and we'll have Lissa back. We'll have the full team, and we can we can grill her for details on Gen Con, her Herculean trial to Gen Con. Though from what I have seen, her journey to Gen Con is is itself a trial. But then we can continue on with the actual plot. There is just one question I need to ask of all of you, because we have a majority. Or two questions, actually. One, during orientation day, you formed a team. You became a team. One, what is your team name?
Team name. Oof.
Let's see. Mistletoe, Soundwave, Spotlight, Mage, and Miss Mango.
You can't make an acronym out of that.
Nope.
Because it would just be
We're the Bops.
I refuse.
A little early for that one.
A little early for that one.
Let's see.
And Stone Temple Pilots is already taken.
Rudy would have suggested the Intruders.
I'm gonna say I think Mistletoe would say that sounds kind of like a villain name.
Oh yeah,
because intruding is kind of a crime.
Yeah, we're here to break in and enter. It's gonna be great.
Oh God, what is that? What is that anti-crime from Discworld, where you don't break in and steal things, you break in and add things.
Like leave things behind.
Yeah, you redecorate. It's not technically a crime, but
what about the new breed?
The new breed?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Chat, we're also open to suggestions.
The upstarts?
Upstarts is not bad.
Upstarts is not bad.
I'm just looking. I'm literally on thesaurus.com looking at the synonyms for next generation, and it sounds like it's going to be like synonyms for generation: breed, brood, children, descendants, family, heirs, issue, lineage, offspring, progeny, scions, seed, stock, successors, progeniture, succeeding generations, unborn.
Well, you're a little early for the offspring.
Yeah, we're right on time for the offspring, I think, actually.
Yeah. Right on time to get sued by the offspring.
Yep.
And Dr. Dexter. And Disney's gonna come after us if we go with the Descendants.
Disney's gonna come right.
Although the Descendants is also the name of a really good punk band, so Rudy would be in favor of that one.
That's fair.
None of us is a legacy or anything, though. That would give that some real
power. I mean, one is kind of a legacy. Yeah, Miss Mango's kind of a legacy.
trying to ignore that heritage is what Mingo's trying to do.
All right.
Mm.
So the two that we have that we're most liking are the new breed, and the other one was the
Upstarts. I think.
upstarts. I definitely think Lissa would be down for the upstarts.
I will be back. Sorry.
No worries.
I think I'm not going to absolutely say that Lissa would be down for the upstarts, but that does sound like something that...
to choose a group name that like encapsulates decently.
Yeah.
Another one that comes to mind, and I mean I know that this is a popular TV show or a web series anyway today, but the Young Turks. Young Turk, a young person eager for radical change to the established order.
Okay. Yeah, I have heard the name the Young Turks somewhere.
Yeah, it's also hold on. It's yeah, it's a news and commentary program that goes into great detail breaking down current events and topics that impact modern life.
Okay.
Yeah, it's they are like the show itself, the news program, to the best of my knowledge, is very 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 left leaning.
Okay.
So Wikipedia says is an American progressive and left wing news commentary show on YouTube that additionally appears on selected television channels. So
Okay.
oops. So it is the name of a news outlet, but it's the name of a news outlet that's not shitty. It's also the name of a. It's also a common turn of phrase.
Okay.
Let's see. New breed, the upstarts, the Young Turks.
Remarkables?
The Remarkables. I can see that.
Looking at synonyms for like the word different. Like, okay, got it. Like we're standing out somehow. Like on day one, we stood out from a lot of the other people. So like, okay, we might play off that. Looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really... Yeah, it's really up to you. I personally like the upstarts.
How about First Class?
First Class.
First Class.
It also means outstanding.
And
we're so outstanding in our fields. The very first class. The upstarts or first class are my picks so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I think those are the two I'm going for too.
Those are the two that I like the best so far.
I like the upstarts.
All right, we can do the upstarts then.
Okay, the upstarts. Now, the follow-up question. Would your team be official with the school?
Are we a club kind of thing?
Would you guys have your team be a club? Because if I will say this for everyone watching, and for all of you, if you are officially a club with the school, you will have some extra responsibilities in the school, but you will have extra support from the faculty. Whereas if you're not a member of a club, you'll be considered a clique. You're just a group of friends, and you won't have those same resources that the clubs would.
Okay.
I think with a name like the Upstarts, it would be more of a clique.
Although
Right.
I feel like right now we're pretty we're not quite a unit yet. So a club would make more sense in that regard.
Would create a stability kind of situation. Hmm.
That is the question.
I'm okay with either, but I think JC would want to do the club just to make things more official.
And I feel like we're kind of like we've decided we're all living in the same unit.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Then what we'll do? Yeah, club works then.
Club works. Okay. So you are officially a club. So you will have some additional responsibilities throughout the year. But as a official club, official team of superheroes, for or a Phoenix Academy, you will get some resources and support from the faculty. That is
Sounds
awesome.
good.
So we have your
And just see
homeroom.
the Apollos just being like, I don't know, do we want to? And then JC's in the corner like, why not just make it official? Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Let's make it official.
Let's make it official.
You may be asking if we should be a club, but I secretly got all your signatures right here.
All right. So we'll
Like, trust me, things look good on paper. Just to make it look good on paper.
yeah.
There's this thing called PR.
All right. So
Just lay back-
we've
lay
made
back and
we've
you go,
made some
"Yeah,
decent
sure, why
progress
not?"
today. We've built you a classroom. We've filled this school with some NPCs for you to interact with. And we have an official team name and an official team status for you all. We've done quite a bit today. I'm super excited for all
Oh my
of this
gosh.
now. We've
Oh my gosh, they changed their Facebook status. Oh my lord.
yeah.
So question, have you written all of this down, or would you like the spreadsheet that I started to finish?
I have
Of all the notes.
I have an Excel spreadsheet of everyone's name and seating placement.
Okay.
So the extra stuff I will be writing down later.
Okay.
I didn't want to open too many tabs during today's session.
Oh yeah. No, I was just wondering if you wanted what I had so far to make your life a little bit easier.
Absolutely fine. Anything to make my job easier would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
But I think that's it for today's session. I once again want to thank all of my amazing players for joining me. And once again, let's do outroductions for everyone. Will, where can people find you? What are you doing?
You can find me over on TikTok at Radio Free Will. You can also find me over at Vampiric Touch Entertainment, where I stream games a couple of nights a week, including The Volition of Onyx and Gold on alternating Friday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern.
So cool. All right, Zoop. Where can we find you?
I'm Zoop Machine on TikTok if you want, and I'm Zoop Machine on Twitter, and yeah, I think, yeah,
Alrighty.
you can follow in either of those places if you want to.
All right. Abby, where can we find you?
You can find me as Giggle Girl Productions on TikTok and on Instagram. You can also find me bebopping on other people's Twitch channels, such as Game Raider Girl over for the rectification campaign. Our next episode is going to be on the 12th, I believe. First time after a hiatus. I'm so excited to see my girls. I love them so much. I love them.
Nice.
Also over on the Songbird the Bard's channel for whatever the heck they want me to come and do with them. Pretty much.
They seem awesome. I'm excited to see whatever you appear in.
I'm so excited. I love my people. I'm surrounded by great people. I love it. Great friends.
And finally, Nick, where can people find you? What?
I can't tell you because I'm playing hide and seek with everyone, and if they find me, they get a really good high five.
Okay. They can find
A
you in
five?
the dreams of the unicorn. All right, and I am Shane. I am Shortbeard the Bard on TikTok. I am Shortbeard the Bard here. Obviously, you're watching here. And I believe I'm still Shortbeard the Bard on Twitter as well. If I'm not, you can find me on Twitter. But that is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, thank you to my wonderful, wonderful players. Have a great rest of your day. Be kind, and remember, Hank Green doesn't work at Target. Goodbye!